me up for an operation. And I was so happy because I thought that after the operation, all will be better. And I will go out of the hospital. Friday came. I'm so excited. And I was so chatty with the doctor and with the nurses because I'm very excited to go home. Mind you, I was nursing my 6-month-old kid that time. So apart from that, I'm also breast pumping because my breast is so engorged and it is full of milk. So many pains in that place. So the operation came. That was Friday night. I woke up in ICU the next morning. I remember the doctor was waking me up and I was trying to pull something out of my throat. So the next morning I woke up in ICU. I have 2 here. I don't know what they call that. I don't know how they call that. I'm attached to a life support. They are pumping air into my lungs. And I woke up, I am strapped on the bed, and my throat is very painful because it has that, what do you call that? It has the tube. I cannot talk, I'm just writing it down. And I'm in ICU. And then everything comes from bad to worse. Every day, all I receive are bad news. So I asked them, why? Why am I here? Why am I in ICU? They said, because when we took the tube, you cannot breathe. You were gasping for air. You will die if we did not put it back in the next 10 minutes. And then the whole day I was trying to say, remove it. My brain is still working properly, I guess. So I'm listening to all the doctors. They said, we cannot take it off because there's no doctor. I need to wait until Tuesday. That was Saturday morning. And all the doctor did was to inject me with, to sedate me. They need to sedate me to make me sleep. And then after that, I was really feeling down. I thought that everything is hopeless. They showed me the biopsy. I went another CT scan. And then they showed me the biopsy. I have lump in my throat that they don't know what it is. So it's another problem. They were able to take all the air bubbles in my lungs, but at that time I have lump in my throat that they don't know. Maybe it's cancerous, maybe it's not. So I was really crying again. What is this happening to me? Am I gonna die? And everything is so uncertain. So I begged the doctor to just try to remove the tube. And I said, I can't breathe, just take it off. They said, okay, on Tuesday, if we take it off and you can breathe, okay, finish, you can go home, everything's okay. But if we take it off and you cannot breathe, we will undergo another series of tests, including biopsy, which is to check if it is cancerous or not. Tuesday came. I was like, okay, bring it on, whatever. I'm so used to all the bad news that I received from day 1 to, I think that was day 10. I just gave up. I just wrote in a piece of paper, I'm a Christian, I believe in God, whatever happened to me, I still give glory to Him. So Tuesday came, and Lyndon was there too, was outside. The doctor took out the tube. And as they took it off, a piece of meat or hardened substance came off with the tube. And I can breathe instantly. And the doctor was like jumping for joy, and he said, we haven't seen anything like this. What's that? What was that? They had it for pathology tests to know what is that because they haven't seen anything like that. And he said, you can go home. And then I said, no, not now. Again, I was so excited. During that time, it again proved to me that when you give up your life to God, everything will be okay. It's the second time that it happened to me that I just gave up. I just gave up. Whatever happened to me, I'm okay. I didn't cry. I cried because it was painful, but I didn't cry because I doubted God. I questioned God or something. I just cried because it's painful, but I know that God is there. You cannot fake God. Like, okay, it's okay, but really deep in your heart, it's not. But during that time, I really experienced what it is to give up your life and just put everything in the hands of God. There's so many because if it happened to me 6 months earlier, then I probably lost my daughter. So even if it happened to me, there are still some things that I was very thankful for. I was thankful because it's just that, and it's not cancer. I asked the doctor, am I on a higher risk of getting cancer because I had my 5% lungs taken off? They said, no, you're just like a normal person. I'm still happy that it happened, that happened to me and not other, worse diseases. So again, our life is not truly ours until we're returning to Him who gave it to us in the first place. Next, please. This is a quote from. Okay, this is a quote from a German theologian. I think he was murdered. Okay, Dieter Bonhoeffer. He said, "When God calls a man, He bids them to come and die." Remember, when God called someone, He said, "Take my cross." It's just like saying that if we decided to follow to Jesus, we need to take up and cross and follow Him. Forget everything, and He is going to make our lives even better. Next, please. In verse 4, Moses was commanded to put forth thine hand and take it by the tail. Moses was commanded to take the snake by the tail to teach him that he could trust the Lord and take care of him. When Moses obeyed, the serpent became a dead stick once more. So in Sudbury, there are so many snakes, right? And I think it's a common knowledge that we shouldn't hold the snake by its tail. But as soon as Moses put down the stick, it turned into a serpent. And then God asked him to pick it up. Of course, Moses lived in the desert. For sure, he knows how to handle a snake. But then God told him, it's not by the head, but by its tail. It's quite irrational. If you're going to look at why would God ask him to do something that will put him in danger? But then when he didn't die. God really took care of him. So it is just a very good promise that even if there are so many irrational things happening in our lives that we think it might not be what we expect, still God will take care of us, and in the end it is for our good. And I think this is the last slide. Before I sit down, I just want you to ask yourself if you are ready to let go of what you have right now for God. Follow Him. Have a Sabbath.
Thank you so much for the message, inspiring message today. And we would like to thank God for inspiring His faith, our faith and trust in Him. To close this, shall we stand and we will see pin number 317. Lead me to Calvary. 317.